You can gain and lose business based upon the right communication strategy. Sound obvious? Well, not always. When you integrate communication that speaks to all four personality types, you'll have greater results on stage and in your business and personal relationships. I have a very special guest here, Jeanne, who will guide us through how to engage and connect with each personality type on July 10th on our speaker success training. But today we're giving you a sneak peek on how to craft your talk to speak to everyone. And guess what that does? It will increase your revenue. So welcome, Jeanne.
Thank
Glad,
you.
yeah, glad to have you here. So I wanted to know, first of all, let's get it out there. What is your expertise and how has it helped others?
I am a certified NLP Grandmaster as well as an NLP coach and a licensed and certified trainer and coach with value-based personality methodology. And I have helped people using all of these techniques in communication to actually have them speak to what's important to the other person and close an $800,000 sale that had completely fallen apart.
Wow, that's very powerful. So tell me, for those speakers and coaches and entrepreneurs listening today, how does using personality types, how did you do that? How did you help him increase his revenue there?
Well, we all have our primary personality type, and he was showing up as his, which is knowledge. And when you come to the 90-minute training that we're doing July 10th, you will learn more. And he kept speaking on all the data and the science and the research. This particular gentleman wanted to mitigate risk. Mitigate risk. His primary code was a blueprint. And nothing that he was saying was mitigating that risk. Once he realized his personality code, he was like, oh my gosh, I get it. He went back to the drawing table to have a conversation with the gentleman. And he's like, oh my God, I'm in. And they signed a contract. And it's the same when we're speaking, it's a conversation.
Beautiful. I know it's powerful when we can have those conversations and people really hear us. So for those of us are listening, or I'm wondering for like women speakers in particular, regarding creating messages that connect, what advice do you have for them?
Well, we show up in our own code and we do that very well. When you start to learn to dance within your personalities, because you're all four, you dance within your personalities, you're able to connect with your audience faster than you ever thought possible. Because right now, you're showing up, and if there's 100 people in the room, you're going to grab maybe 25% of them that is going to be that liked personality as you. However, the other 75 or the other three quarters, they're going to say, what did she say? I didn't connect. I didn't hear. So I help you what we call speak in a rainbow and open in a rainbow and close in a rainbow. So everybody hears your message and the way that they can relate.
What I love about this is that, we have those default types we go to, the default type that's our primary, maybe. And you're bringing a level of consciousness awareness to us to help us be better so that even when we're nervous, we have tools that we can remind ourselves, oh, I need to diversify my communication style here. And before it was unconscious and we might not have known what we were doing. So I love that you're going to demystify what are these four personality types. I heard you call them codes. Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah.
And then, but I know it's going to take practice, but what do you see are some of the common mistakes people make when trying to use these personality types?
They don't stay their authentic self.
Mm.
They overthink it and overcomplicate it. As humans, we can do that. They overcomplicate it and they try to be somebody else instead of being their authentic self. And it's only shifting some words, some tonality to what's important to the other people, because some people want systems, some want data and science, some want you to just shut up and get to the bottom line, and some want to join your community because they love on you. So it's how do you hit all of those in dance? And this is the simplest system I have ever seen for people to implement, like boom, and have results. That's what I love about it.
That's great. And you're going to be revealing this system and the 4 types and how to use it all on July 10th at 2 p.m. Pacific on our speaker success training, as I understand it. So, and by the way, if you wanted, those of you watching want to attend that, go to speakersuccesstraining.com. If you're a premier member, you have the link in your Monday newsletters. And if you're not getting that, contact support at womenspeakersassociation.com. And for the rest of you, go to speakersuccesstraining.com. So my question about this training and also in general is, what are the common questions you get regarding using personality types that you'll be covering and answering during your training on July 10th?
So here's one that I get, and here's the same thing I had. Oh, I don't know about this thing. It feels kind of icky, feels kind of weird. Like people want to be authentic and not manipulative. And I said, well, if your intention is to be manipulative, it doesn't matter what you're using, you're going to be manipulative. If your intention is to be good, then that's exactly the intention that you're going to get. You're going to stay your authentic self. You're only shifting your languaging to what's important to the other person. So it's very authentic and genuine, and there's no ickiness about it.
Becomes easier, and I'm sure it takes some practice. What else are you going to go through during your training on July 10th?
Well, what's going to be really fun is I won't go in depth with each personality because that takes an hour in itself. However, we are going to play. You are going to be put in breakthrough rooms, and you are going to play and come up with some one-liners or one sentence that speaks to all 4 codes, so that you can use it and start understanding how to do that on your own in your own speeches.
I love that. It's an actual experiential training where
Of
you're going to have
course.
some results. Yes, of course. We love that. We always like our speakers to do that. So thank you. It sounds like it's going to be a robust time. Who would you encourage to come to this training that you're doing?
Anyone that ever has a conversation with another human being.
Who wants to have good communication?
It really, and it's not personal, it's personality. As humans,
Say more about that. What do you mean by that?
as humans, we can take things personal, like it's a personal attack on us. It has nothing to do with us. It's that we wear a certain set of glasses, which I'll demonstrate on July 10th, and they wear a completely other set of glasses. So we might look, and I'm going to use my own example. My in-laws are like, oh, she flies by the seat of her pants. I do not. It's just my personality type. And they are very blueprint and what's your plan and what's your next step and everything else. I have that. I'm a little more ease and grace about it.
Yes. And if they understood your personality type more, they might not be so quick to judge you, and they might have better interactions with you because they say, oh, she does have a similar value. It just expresses differently.
Right. And it's just not personal. It's
And
not
it's,
personal. They don't
yeah,
know what I know, which makes it so much easier. And as a speaker, as a coach, as a trainer out in the marketplace, you want to get to the decision maker. And if you know their personality code, it's much easier to get through that door. And you want to be chosen as a speaker. Well, in that conversation, knowing their personality code may come in useful and handy. Also in your marketing, who are you marketing to?
yeah. We know in marketing that they need to feel heard and understood. And if you're talking in your own personality type and they're a completely different one, even though you have the solution, if you're not able to communicate it to the way they understand it, game over.
Game over.
I love that you can help people increase their revenue results from doing, their initial calls to their initial talks to their, anything online. It could be any of their videos. This is applicable across the board. Anywhere else you see it applicable?
Oh, Lord, it saved marriages. And it has helped children and parents understand their children. Because opposites attack and opposites attract. Fascinating.
Very fascinating. Well, you're a wealth of information, and I know you are passionate about the subject of using the four personality types to help people communicate better, get better results in their businesses and in their personal lives. So I so appreciate you. We will look forward to those of you watching coming to the Speaker Success Training on July 10th. To find out more about that training, go to speakersuccesstraining.com and you'll read all about what Jeanne's going to cover. And join us. It's at 2:00 Pacific time. So any final words of encouragement or things you want to let us know about your training?
Women are amazing speakers. They're amazing connectors, collaborators. Let's get a better return on investments. Let's back it by some science and use a system to go ahead and get our message out there so we can impact humanity in the world.
I love that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. We'll see you on July 10th.
Thank
Bye.
you.